Hello, welcome to another video. In today's one, we're going to be looking at some pretty interesting leaks that came out for the tmnt, the best action tmnt figures for the upcoming tmnt RW comic book line. And I must admit, it's pretty interesting with the figures that we'll be getting soon if the leaks are pretty true. Okay, so starting off, these leaks came from this site. It's a UK store. I don't really want to go into much detail just because a majority of you guys won't actually be able to order from the site, so it won't really make too much difference. But either way, I'll be showing off some of the images that weren't really released, but they still have the information out there, so it's pretty interesting. Okay, so for the first four, we just had the standard tmnt figures. Now these ones were just put up on the Big Bad Toy Store a few days ago, and I must admit, for $20, pretty great price, I must say. Now when these figures do actually come out properly, I'm going to be buying these ones straight away because they look really great, and especially for 20 quid, that's really great for the price. Especially with extra hands, accessories, that is more than what you get with Marvel Legends and the DC McFarlane stuff and all that, so it's already off to a great start. But here's where things get pretty interesting with the leaks. Okay, so first up we have the Foot Ninja. Now this one I feel like it was a pretty obvious, I would say, just because a few months ago we did get the image of Shredder with the tmnt figures, so it was only like an only amount of time before we did get a Foot Soldier, but this more or less confirms it, which I must admit is really great, and I'm somewhat curious to see what the accessories will be for this figure, but so far pretty great. Now next one we have is Rocksteady, and I must admit this one is also pretty interesting and really great, and he's actually listed as the 5" with all the other figures in this line, so I'm quite surprised by that just because he's like one of the taller figures, or he should be a tall figure, so I'm quite surprised he's still in the 5" range, so that's quite interesting. One thing that I really want to come with Rocksteady though is his sledgehammer. I really want that. Now the next one is Metalhead, and again I'm somewhat surprised by this just because they're having the 5" range as well. I mean, with Metalhead, if you're going for the first 50 issues version of Metalhead, then he's smaller than some of the other titles, so he's smaller than 5 inches. But if it's going to be the big version that we've got to see in the City at War stuff, then again he's bigger than 5 inches, so I'm not too sure what version they're going for, but I've got a feeling he could be an interesting figure. Okay, so going into the next lot, which I'd say is probably where things are going to get really interesting and intense, just because I feel like people are going to lose their minds over this stuff. So first up, we have Jennifer, and oh my god, I can't wait for this one. It's been so long since Jennifer's actually made her way into comics, and we still haven't got a figure of her, so this is great that we're finally getting a Jennifer figure. Looking forward to seeing what they do with her and stuff like that, and also like what the clothes she'll be wearing, just because she's the only toy that does properly wear clothes in each issues and that. So I'm curious about that. Now the next one is Bunny. Now this one, it took me off by guard just because I was quite surprised who Bunny was, and it turns out it's actually Venus de Milo. So we can begin the Frankenstein Venus de Milo figure, and it's an interesting one just because I didn't really think that Venus would be that popular to get another figure. I mean, last one we got was like back in the 90s, so this is going to be really interesting, really great. So yeah, again, that's really amazing, just oh my god, wow. And the next one, which I was really surprised at, we're going to be getting a Bludgeon figure, and that is just amazing, just seeing a big mutant shark on the shelf. Oh god, that's just going to be amazing. However, the one thing which I'm somewhat surprised at and a bit sad by so far is the fact that they've not really mentioned anything about a Koya figure just yet. But I got a feeling that they will be releasing the Koya figure just because Bludgeon and Koya go together just like being Rocksteady, so yeah. But oh my god, Bludgeon, that's just going to be an amazing figure. Next up we have is Bebop. I mean, I don't really too much to really say. It's great for getting him, go well with Rocksteady, but compared to all the other ones, nah. And the next one up, which I got a feeling a lot of people are going to be really surprised and happy about, we're finally getting an Alapex figure. Oh my god, this is just amazing. She's been in the comics for over 10 years now, and she's finally getting a figure. And with this news, I don't really know what to really say, I'm just speechless about it all. It's just so amazing that we're finally getting a figure about Alapex. Oh my god, that's just amazing. I do hope that with the next wave, they do release an Angel figure, just because I really want to pair those two up on the shelf or something like that. But even just getting Alapex by herself, that is just amazing. I really can't wait to see the designs and the accessories they give her. I've got a feeling that she could be a potential to be one of the best figures they ever make. So, oh god, that's just going to be amazing. Now the next one up we have, which is going to be an extra large figure, so this is more or less basically like the same sort of size as how they did the Android Krang figure a few months ago, and we can begin a Slash figure. Now this one is pretty interesting. I don't really have too much to really say about it. It's going to be really cool no matter what, and I got a feeling that like this one could be sending out some stuff for like mutable stuff, so it could begin like a hob and stuff down the line. But with this Slash figure, one thing which I'm curious about with this one is I'm wondering if we begin the shredded claw things on his hands, just because I know at one point in the comics he did have that for a period of time. So I'm hoping that they do give that. So yeah, but I must admit, either way, that's pretty interesting at the beginning of this Slash figure. Oh god, that's amazing. Now one thing with Slash being an extra large figure, I'm somewhat curious about the size of some of the other figures and how they're going to scale, just because like Bludgeon, Rocksteady, they should be like much taller figures than some of the other characters. So I'm curious to see how they're going to scale up with Slash and stuff, so that's going to be really interesting. Now the next one we have is the tmnt Rockin', and there's not too much I can really say about this one. They have not really given any information about this one. It's a 4-pack, however I got a feeling that this one could maybe be the 87 Rockin' Turtles or something like that. If not, I'm not too sure what these ones could be, but we're getting a 4-pack of Rockin' Turtles, so yeah. And the next up we have is a Rat King, which again I'm not too sure if this is going to be a comic book one or if this will be a TV show one. I'm really hoping that this is a comic book one. Seeing the RW Rat King, that's just be an amazing figure to get him into all these creepy poses. Oh god, that would be amazing. Now next one we do have is the Foot Assassin, and this one could be interesting. Now I'm somewhat curious about the accessories, just because I would like them to include like a Jenica head, because you know she was an assassin and stuff like that, so I think that could be like a really cool accessory to include with her, but yeah. Now next one we do have is Casey Jones, and I must admit with his design in the comics, if I do go for a certain one which I'm thinking about, I do think that he could be a really cool figure. The one thing which I am somewhat curious about and concerned about so far is his weapons. I know that with the 87 Casey Jones, he did come with quite a few accessories, but then with the Urban Legend Casey, he barely came with like any accessories, so I'm somewhat curious to see what accessories he does come with, but I do hope that he does come with quite a few. Now the next one we do have is April O'Neil, and this one's going to be interesting as well, just like all the other ones, just because April's never really had like a signature look in the comics, so that one's going to be really interesting to see what design they do go for. Now the next one, oh my god, this could be an amazing figure. We're going to be getting Foot Clan Leonardo, which basically means we're going to be getting Dark Leonardo from the City Fools storyline. Oh my god, City Fools was possibly one of the best story arcs they ever created for Turtles, and Dark Leo was just amazing, and now we're going to be getting a figure of him. Oh my god, that's just going to be amazing. And I must admit, just going off the images for Leonardo for the first release of him, he's already amazing, but including him in all those like Dark Bears, the Foot logos and stuff like that, that could be an amazing figure if they do it right. Now the next one they do have up is a Foot Elite. I don't have too much to really say about it. I mean, the Foot Elite in the comics, they're there, they don't really have too much of a purpose, but they could be an interesting figure depending on how they play it out, so yeah. Now the last one which I do have up so far is the tmnt Battle Damage, and it's going to be another 4-pack. That could be interesting, I'd say. Now I am somewhat expecting this one to basically just be the Turtles, but also some like scratches and blood on them. I don't really expect them to be like too different from the first release or anything like that, but I'm curious to see like with heads and stuff like that. I wouldn't be too surprised if they do like change the heads around, but that's still pretty interesting if they're going to be getting quite a few different 4-packs and stuff like that. But yeah, I must admit overall, if all these figures do come out, then I do think that BST AXN could possibly be one of the best toy lines that we'll be getting for TMNT, and could be one of the big contenders for being like the best TMNT figure line and stuff like that, and would definitely give NECA a run for their money in terms of the figures and stuff like that. And if all these ones do come out, then this is just going to be amazing. Some ones on the list so far which I'm really looking forward to is the Dark Leonardo, Alapex, Jenica, Bludgeon, those ones which are basically we've never got on a figure before, anything like that, so like those ones which I'm really looking forward to, and I can't wait to see how they are in figure form, and just place them on my shelves with all the other figures. Oh my god, that could be so amazing. I don't really know what to really say. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about this in the comment section below, just because these figures are brand new and interesting, and ones which people have been asking for years and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about all this. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you just please share, like, subscribe and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.